Macaroni and cheese. Cheese and macaroni. Macaroni and cheese. It's a wonderful thing. It's the holiday time. And guess what? It's everyday cooking, Dad. Cooking every day. All right. These are our ingredients. We got some gouda, some sharp cheese, some mild cheese. We got lawry's, onion powder, garlic powder. We got a little bit of mustard. And guys, we're going to probably use about 2 tablespoons. And guys, whole milk. No 2%, no 1%, whole milk. All right. We got our cheese. We hand shredded everything. Don't use the cheese out of the bag. It make your life easier, but it won't melt right. It'll just not right. So in with the butter, a whole stick of butter. And we're going to do about 2 tablespoons. If I had to give you a measurement, I do this by feel, but it's about 2-3 tablespoons of flour, just regular flour. So go ahead, get all the lumps out. Now notice how quickly, when I move the spoon, how quickly this filling in. Well, we want it to take a lot longer than that. And that's how you know when your roux is done. So we're going to go ahead and spend a little bit of time on this because this is the most important part to some really good macaroni and cheese. All right, guys, just take your time. Break up all the flour, little bits. It'll all break down. Now I'm using the back of a spoon. This is a non-stick pot. I didn't have a whisk that was covered in plastic, so I'm using a spoon. So just keep going in with your flour little by little. You see it thickening up. You see that? All right, just keep going. Now we don't want it to burn, so keep your pot low. Take your time and keep the pot low. You don't want brown macaroni and cheese. All right, so now in with our seasoning. Again, look how that's filling in, or not filling in so quickly. Yeah, and I got my little swooshes I like right about here. So now it's time for our liquid. Whole milk. All right, guys, now this is the most important part. It's gonna thicken up. You didn't break it. Don't panic here. Just go ahead and keep adding your milk. Trust the process. Now, once you get to the point where this is like doubled, like you've put in double the amount of liquid in there, it'll still be a little thick, but it won't be, pasty thick. You just want to kind of get that flour to kind of meld together. So we're just about right there right now. Just keep going. And it'll look like this when it's ready. And then now we're going in with our cheese. You see how that's just a little bubbly and thick? Just keep going. Now we got a lot of cheese to get through, so take your time. Don't dump it all in at one time. Now if you need to add a little more milk, it's getting a little too thick on you, just add a little bit more milk. It's always better to add than have to try and take away. Guys, you see that consistency? It's just nice and thick. Now, some people use Velveeta in their mac and cheese. It's a little creamier, but I stick with the three cheeses. Sometimes I do 4 different cheeses. It's just the way I've always ate mac and cheese. We didn't use Velveeta in our house, so if you needed to put Velveeta, go right ahead. Cut this cheese in half and put some Velveeta in, no problem. But guys, we got a nice cheese sauce here now. Give this a taste. This is where you make it perfect for your family. So if you need to add whatever seasoning you need, I'm going with just a little bit more lawry's. I want the cheese to be the star of this plate. Not too much seasoning. we're using this as a side dish. I know some use this as a main dish. You know, they'll have mac and cheese for dinner, but we usually do this as a side, usually during the holidays, special occasions. But guys, see that consistency? Like a cheese sauce. It is a cheese sauce. So in with our macaroni. Give this a nice stir. Guys, don't forget to taste your macaroni. You got it. At this point, this is crucial. If it tastes good here, it's going to taste good at the end. All right, in with the rest of our cheese sauce. All right, and for the rest of the cheese that's left over, we're just going to stick them in. Don't worry, they'll melt. Now, at this point, I guess you can make this your own. People can add seafood, you can add chicken, you can add whatever you want into your mac and cheese. If you wanted to take this and put a whole bunch of seasoning in it, you just go right ahead. But I'm doing a really basic macaroni and cheese because I think that's the way it should be. It should be cheesy. It should be goodness. It should be just mac and cheese. If you liking what you're seeing, hit me with a like. Just mac and cheese. Just macaroni and cheese. It's a holiday macaroni and cheese. Every day cooking, Dad, cooking every single day.